This is a quick first edition of a show I'm calling For Your Consideration, and for your consideration, let's talk about the Calgary Flames. The Flames have been on a tear as of late, 7-3-0 in their last 10 games, and in that span, aka December 15th to present, they are 7th in the NHL in points and 2nd in the Pacific Division behind the Vegas Golden Knights. Their key contributors, Gaudreau and Monahan, have been contributing. Gaudreau has 13 points in his last 12 games. Monahan has 8 points in his last 5 games, 9 points in his last 9 games, and Gaudreau has 9 points in his last 4 games. Gaudreau is 7th in the NHL in points, 5th in assists, but the real story for the Calgary Flames is Mike Smith, obviously. Mike Smith has a 6-3-0 record in his last 9 starts with a .935 save percentage and a 2.13 goals against average. He's playing really well, and that's something that has to be noted. He has been consistent for pretty much the entire season. He started the year with a 4-0-3 record as well. He has the best road save percentage among goalies with 10 games started or more, with a .944 on the road. So he's good at home and on the road so far this year. And I thought that was going to be a key point for the Flames. The reason to acquire Mike Smith is to have a solid starting goaltender, and Mike Smith has been that. Even though I kind of pegged him a little bit more as a transitional piece for this team, he's been excellent so far this year, and you have to give him a ton of respect and credit for that. It's been other guys for the Calgary Flames as well. Mark Jankowski has 3 goals and 3 assists in his last 10 games, including an amazing goal versus Tampa last night as of this recording, but he's been playing well. They're on a 5-game win streak, even though they weren't particularly happy about the game in Minnesota, and that was because Granlund and Spurgeon had goals to tie the game heading to overtime, but they got a row win out of that. So even with that adversity, they're still picking up row wins, and that's going to be important down the stretch. When you look at the playoff standings right now, if the season ended today, Calgary would make the playoffs, but San Jose has games in hand. But when you look at San Jose versus Calgary, Calgary has the row wins. They have 21 rows versus San Jose's 19. But the Sharks do have 3 games in hand, and they're going to be coming off a bye week on Saturday. Another thing that I found interesting about the Flames, and this is the analytical stuff rather than the eye test sort of stuff, is their expected goal fours per 60 from Corsica is 7th best in the NHL, so they're expected to be the 7th best team at getting scoring chances in the NHL. But their actual goal fours is 16th, and their goals against expected would be 11th best, but they are 8th best. So that says a lot about Mike Smith and the defense for the Calgary Flames so far this year, and they're kind of underperforming offensively, which seems ridiculous with how well they're playing so far this year. Will this result in the Flames making the playoffs? Honestly, I don't know. I'm terrible at predictions, and I'm not going to pretend I'm great at them. But with current trends, the Flames are playing well, and if they keep pace in the Pacific, they've got a shot at the playoffs. Defensively, they've been good from an eye test perspective. Dougie Hamilton, Mark Giordano deserve a lot of credit this year as well. And so many other guys on this team have been contributors as well. The aforementioned Jankowski, in addition, Backlund, Tkachuk, Sam Bennett, Troy Brouwer, who had a nice assist against the Lightning, and Michael Furland as well. These guys look like a good team, but again, these are trends, and this is a long season. But the point of this video was so you would consider the Calgary Flames. And this concludes the first edition of For Your Consideration. If you liked it, leave a like below. If you disliked it, please leave a dislike below, and leave comments below if you are interested in continuing a conversation.